Anyway, can you see the screen again?
Yeah, I can see it.
Brilliant. Do I need to go on to the next slide?
Uh, yeah, so I was just quickly at the bottom one. So message people and private message people as opposed to commenting back, just purely because they Google it, find the information, and you could potentially lose them as a customer. So if you private message them, it will interact more with them and just keep it a bit more quieter so they don't look for the information elsewhere. Thanks, Claire. So competitions, incentives and offers that you can do. So a lot of people around Christmas time do the Little Black Dress Club for the C9. There's one obviously for the Black Friday, and one that I've got going at the moment that starts shortly is the charity weight loss. I'm doing the Great South Run in October. So what I'm doing is I've got an incentive that people obviously join the weight loss, and then for every sort of pound or something they lose, we put some money towards charity. Some of my profit will go towards charity as well, just so you get more of a group interacting together. So it's more like a team that are doing it, so don't feel on your own, you can talk to each other together. So that's why I'm doing that one. But again, the Little Black Dress Club, if you start together all on one day and you get involved with it yourself, all of the people that are on it can sort of tag each other and say how their results are going and things like that. And it gets more people involved, there's more discussion, there's more sort of meal ideas. You can do little incentives for who's got the best idea for day 3 or something for their dinner. And yeah, it just really gets a lot of people involved in a team effort. So there's just things that you can do. And as I say, offers as well. You could do maybe a flash sale to have it for £99 or something like that, and just get people involved. The one on the right hand side is a raffle as well. So each number is £2. So that will be £200 for all those numbers. And then the winner will could win a C9 kit. And that gets a lot of people because they think, oh, £2, that would be brilliant. And so that gets a lot of people interactive, not only on your page, but also with the C9. So, and it can generate potential customers as well. Mm-hmm. Thanks, Claire.
Sorry, I muted myself. Thanks, Mia, and we'll be hearing from Mia again a little bit later on. So now another way to build a retail business is PUPP packs and sample packs. And we've got the lovely Claire Goldhill, who is going to come on and talk to us all about the way that you can build a retail business through sample packs. So without further ado, I'll let Claire tell you a little bit about her, and I'll let you take over, Claire. Ready?
Thank you. Hi everyone, my name's Claire. I have 3 children, all under the age of 5, and I started the business because I wanted to see them grow up and not have to go out to work and just still have a job and get my income coming in. So it's a little about me. I'm going to talk to you today about PUPPs. Thanks, Claire. Okay, so a PUPP. And the aim for a PUPP is to send out between 2 and 4 out a week. PUPP stands for Personal Use Product Pack. In a PUPP, you should tailor it to the person you are dropping it off to. Put in a selection of the best-selling products as well. And it gives the person a chance to try them out just before they buy them. Talk to the person about the business opportunity as well when you do drop off the product or products. And yeah, next slide please. Okay, so before you drop off a PUPP and decide who is going to be next in your line of dropping off, and think about what's the best to put in it for them. Try and personalise your PUPPs to each person, as they're all different. It could do different themes, so if they need help with sleeping, or the healthier side, or general care, etc. So tailor each pup to their special needs, and that way you'll be more likely to get a sale at the end of it, because it will be something that they actually do need or want. Thank you, Claire. Okay, so what to say? So you can just say, hi Julie, if I gave you some fantastic natural products to trial for me for a few days, completely free, would you tell me which three you would like best? And then they can reply to you and say, oh yeah, thank you for that. I'd like aloe gel, propolis, tooth gel. Make sure you always agree a time and a day for them that you could take the products around, and talk to them about what the benefits are of each product that you've brought round, and why you think it'd be great for them. Next slide, please. Okay, so how to. So schedule at least 2 to 4 pups out a week. Arrange what day and time is best for them for you to come around to drop off and also to collect. Talk to them about each different product that you've brought round to them and what it's best and designed for. Highlight to them the benefits of our drinking gels, as this way it will get regular repeat customers as well. And follow up the next day, just drop them a message to say, oh hey, how are you getting on with the products, have you tried them? And that way you can see whereabouts they are with them. And when collecting, get their feedback on the products, see if what they liked, what they loved, if they want to order from you, if they know anybody else that would like to try out your pup, or to order from you themselves as well. Clean up once back, clean up all the products, and prepare them again for your next pup drop. Be creative, so have a nice basket, anything you can think of that will make it stand out more, do that, because then you're likely to get more. Okay, so your PUPP Pipeline, how do you get someone to try out your pup? Okay, so you can get some tryout from the prize draw forms. So when someone fills it out, there's a section on it to say, would you like to try out samples at home? If they tick yes, get in touch with them, that would be great. You can get these from events, launches, tabletops. Your DNA letters, send them out to all your local houses around you or flats, and that from that they can get back to you and say, oh yeah, I'd like to try out some of your products. Referrals, that's from other people that have tried them out and they love them, so they want other people to do it. Your existing customers, so people that you know already and what they would like, see if they like something else, tailor it to them. And your social media, so you can post it on your page on Facebook, and ask them if they want to try something of yours. Okay, so your sample pack customers, who can you give a sample pup to? So you can give it out to your family, your friends, your neighbours, your work colleagues, therapists, beauticians, hairdressers, people that you talk to in school playgrounds, if you go to like nursery or toddler groups or scouts, your past and present customers, and other small local businesses that you think that there's something in our range that will be good for them as well. Always ask people for referrals, and like I said before, always make sure that you're creative in how you do your pups and what you do. Okay, so rough estimate is 4 days a pup should be left with someone ideally, just to give them enough chance to try out the products themselves. You should check with them before you go to collect and just make sure they've actually had a chance to try out the products. You can drop them off, say Monday to Thursday, Thursday to Monday, Tuesday to Friday, Friday to Tuesday. It just depends on yourself and the person that wants it and what's best for them. Okay, so what's the bottom line? Okay, an average spend for a customer per pup is £25. That's 0.107 cc already. If you do 2 to 4 pups a week, that'll be 8 to 16 per month. that's £25 to £50. So if you times that by 8, that'll be £200 to £400 retail and £70 to £140 profit. If you do regular pups, it could give you the additional 1 to 2 Cs every month and £70 to £140 profit. I love it. Okay, so what's the bottom line? So pup wholesale is £77.31p, approximately 0.5 cc's. The average spend per pup drop is £25, which is 0.107 cc's. If you do 2 to 4 a week, that's 8 to 16 a month. So £25 to £50 times that by 8 is £200 to £400 retail and £70 to £140 profit. Thank you. Next slide. Okay, so everybody that you know, talk to, ask them how they are, what they've been up to, how they're getting on. Share your stories and your facts about all the different products, what you love about them, what you find amazing, how something's really helped you, how it's helped somebody else. Tell them about some of your other customers and how they found the product. Always have little samples on you, so that way if someone is discussing something and you say, oh yeah, look, I have something that will work for that or that could, then you can give them a sample. Thank you, everybody.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Claire. That's great. Pup pack's a brilliant way. It's almost like sales while you sleep, but obviously you need to do them in the best way. There's no point just dropping off a pack when they're not home. You need a few minutes to go through what's in the box with them. And always focus on the drinking gel as well. Incidentally, all of these retail things that we're going through at the moment, we have got 4cc clinics recorded. They're all in the pin post on Diamonds and Sapphires, and it has on there the 4cc clinics that are recorded. So if you want extra training on certain areas, then just have a look at those trainings. Okay, so now it's back over to me. And I'm going to start talking you through customer care. Most of you know me, so I won't go through my qualifications where I am in the business. But I'm very excited about this year. And my plan is basically to help as many of you to achieve what I did last year, this year, and beyond. So customer care. Now, the customer is king. It's really important that you look after your customers and you get into a routine and you get organised so you don't miss out on your customers. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Okay, it's all about building relationships, helping your customers, keeping in touch with them, being genuinely interested in them and adding value, that's special to them. And start using your customer sheets that I'll talk about in a second. People buy people. It's the same on the prospecting side of the business as well. People buy people. That's the key. It's less effort to look after existing customers than to find a new one. It's repeat business every month. Loyal customers make great team members. I've had lots of my customers join the business. They'll give you referrals. And 4cc success habits, because that's how the business will be built. So how do you show them we care? We build rapport, we get to know them, we get to understand a bit more about their family and their life, have a cup of tea with them. I send my customers thank you cards with orders. I send them like a lip balm or little extra samples, things for them to try out, send them a card on their birthday, spoil them and their friends with a pamper evening. That's another great way to get people excited about the business. And there's extras, you can give them a little reward for referrals. So give them a free shot glass with the aloe gel order, because you get those little the glass shot glasses that are really nice. They're only about £4, I think. Free gift on the second order or 6-item order. You can give them a pup every few months. You can just give them different ranges to try. And have a promotional evening for new products that's launched. Aloe cocktail evenings for some of your best customers are great. They're great fun and they go down like a house on fire. And essentially it's just a launch. You just add some cocktails in there. Seasonal promotional events, Mother's Day, Christmas shopping, etc. Special VIP thank you evenings is a great idea. You could do a VIP online launch, which would work really well as well. And add them all into your product group as well, which we're going to be talking about in a second. So that's a product group is an extension of how you can look after your customers as well, which works brilliantly. So you've got a customer. What do you do next? Is it okay to keep in touch with you? Make sure that they know what the expectation is. So they've bought something from you. Is it okay to keep in touch just to make sure that you're getting on with the product okay? It doesn't matter what the product is. Just phone the next day, especially if they're drinking the gel. Is everything all right? How's it going down? Because we know that the gel can be a bit tricky. Don't just phone when they're running out. Just keep in touch with them during, the whole process. Let them know that when you put orders in, so that they can place orders in time. And ask if there's anything they'd like help with or like to try next time. So just build that relationship with them. So what do you say if they're drinking the gel? Just give them a ring and say, hi, it's Lucy. Just a quick call to see how you got on with your aloe. Make sure they've got it in the fridge. Just checking it's in the fridge. You've remembered how much to take. How are you getting on with the taste of it? Is there anything you wanted to ask me? Okay, great. Let's just keep in touch to see how it's going. And also, don't forget, people often forget to drink aloe. Because it's a new habit that they need to create, if that makes sense. So also, week to 10 days in, the end of the first month, always keep in touch with them on these periods. A week to 10 days in, I always keep in touch. End of the first month, then 2 weekly, because obviously that you're getting close to running out. Double check they're still taking it every day. Ask how they're feeling. Ask what benefits they've noticed. Encourage them to keep going, and obviously remind them that you're looking at 6 to 8 weeks before they're going to start to feel the great benefits. And with other products, just touch base. Have you managed to use it yet? How are you doing with it? Do you have any other questions? Is there anything else I can help you with? I'll give you a call in a couple of days, see how you're getting on. And I guess it's all about setting their expectations, because you don't want to bombard them, obviously, but it's nice to be looked after. It's nice not to have to worry. And it's nice that the person that's looking after you with the products is probably going to call you in a few days, see how you're getting on. Keep in touch with them. I offer all my customers a free trial box, all of them. You can offer them discount on the next order, recommend a friend rewards, all of these little bits. If you get into habits of doing it, you'll find your retail business will explode and people will come to you. People will come to you. So what do you do if you've got a problem? Speak to your sponsor or your upline if you need to. You've got your product manual, there's Forever Knowledge, and on the team Diamonds and Sapphires team page you can go into the search function, and obviously we've got all the 4cc clinics and product of the week recordings. So if there's anything that you need to know or there's any help that you need, go to your upline, go on the group. That's what we're here for, is to help you, whether it's a product issue. I had someone start the C9 recently. I've never ever had it in my whole 4 years, but I think she had an allergic reaction and her whole face and hands started tingling and itching. So I had to go to distributor support to try and get some help with that, because I've just never heard of it before. But always try and get help where you need help. Keep a track of your customers. It's really important. We've got our tracking system folder. You've got your customer record sheets that you can download. You get some of them in your folder as well. And just have an A to Z folder so that you know exactly who is in there. And in your diary, just jot their name in on the date that you need to ring them and why you need to ring them. Then all you need to do is refer to your customer record sheet. It's a really way of keeping track of what they've ordered, what their favourite products are, what they haven't tried out yet. And it just makes your life a lot easier, and you know that you're making the most of every single opportunity with a customer. So on the pinned post, you'll be able to see on the Diamonds and Sapphires at the top, you've got helpful training in there. So you've got retailing and all the 4cc clinics on retailing. They're only half an hour. And those of you who want to build a business and do really well at building a business, use these trainings. They're there for you. You've got everything in front of you, everything easy for you to get to. And obviously there's lots of product of the week recordings as well. Now those recordings you can use in your private groups as well. So you can just pick one off and pop it in your private groups. which again is really helpful. Don't put those on your news feed because they may not be compliant, but keep it in your group. And again, actually talking about compliance, going back to the raffle, you might have all had an email from head office about the compliance issue with raffles. Raffles, I don't know the right word, but raffles usually are charity related. So whatever you do, do not put them on your news feed, keep them in your group unless they're charity related. Okay, it's important because your group is private. So you've got all of these things that can help you. So when you actually look for the pinned post on your phone, it's not like on your laptop. You're not just going to open your phone. It'll say pinned post, which is the bottom picture on the left. And then you can go into the files and then you've got all of the things that you would need. And you can download all of the customer sheets as well. Okay, so that just talks you through the sample boxes. And now Leanne's going to talk you through a Facebook product group, because this is a great way to also look after your customers. So without further ado, I'll hand you over to the lovely Leanne, who will probably just say a couple of words about herself and talk you through the product group. Over to you, Leanne.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. Most of you probably know me now, but for those of you that don't, I'm Leanne Key. I joined the business last year, but really only started to put the effort into my business in January. I'm a member of the leadership team and have been for a couple of months now. I'm assistant supervisor, and it says that I'm mum to 1.5, but I'm pretty sure I only have one child, and he is 16 months old.
It was a 1.5-year-old.
I'll get a bit confused that you might know something I don't, that I've got half a child somewhere.
Sorry.
Okay. So I'm going to go through product groups with you. Next slide, please, Claire. Thank you. So a product group, as Claire said, is a very good way of keeping in touch with your customers. I actually created mine a few months ago and I post daily. My group is a secret group and it's designed to reach any new customers you have and also to look after your existing customers. It's designed to go the extra mile, so developing customer loyalty and customer care. Next slide, please, Claire. Okay, so with my product group, what I do is I post daily. I keep my personal profile on Facebook and my product group completely separate. So daily I post different products, information about the products, and obviously keep in contact with anyone who wants to know about the products that I've posted. So I keep mine active for friends and family, potential and existing customers. So I also have the option for people to add any friends that they might think would be interested in the products. Also to raise awareness and to build loyalty. And it's also to extend your reach. So you're not just limited to the people that you know or people you went to school with. It's also open to a lot of other areas and groups on Facebook for different people and different customers. And you can post exclusive offers. So for example, as I said, I post daily, I post different products. Also once a week, I also post tip of the week when that comes out. And I also once a week post about my PUPP box. So going back to what was said earlier, I post the potential for customers to have the PUPP box, and I explain how I tailor it to them, and if they're interested to contact me. And I also do different deals. So I do Big Deal Thursday on mine, where I offer certain products 2 for £20 or 2 for £10. So it's just a way of getting the products out there to different people and also offering different deals. Next slide, please, Claire. Okay, so sorry. So how to create a group? It's quite simple. So if you log into your Facebook, and up on the right hand side you will see create group. All you have to do is fill in the details, so your group name. You can also add members at that stage, but also just make sure that it's a secret group, so that only you can add the people to it. Next slide, please. Okay, so upload your cover. So mine, for example, is just details of Forever, a few of our main products, also ones that I find retail a lot better than others. Add a description of what your page is about. So you could say, for example, that you're retailing aloe vera products, just a little bit of a description about your page and what sort of things you're going to be posting on there. Add your members. So with a group, I had a little bit of issue when I joined. I wasn't sure whether to do a page or a group. I opted for the page at first, and I found that it was a lot harder to get people to like and to share the page so that they could see the products. With a group, you can automatically add everyone on your friends list. So that's what I've done. I went in, I added all my friends, family, anyone that I knew would be interested in the products. And as I say, I post daily, just to ensure that I'm kept active in people's minds and for different products. Next slide, please, Claire. Okay, so how to add people. So as I said, I added all my friends and family, people that I hadn't spoken to in a while. I actually contacted to see whether they would like to join the group before adding them. So I sent them just a little message just to say, sort of, for example, hiya, I've started a new business and I've set up a product group for my friends and family. Is it okay if I add you? Most people come back saying yes, because obviously they're intrigued as to what it's all about. Then you just add them to the group as you would do any other group that you're adding people to. You can also add, for example, any people that come to your launches, anyone that you meet at tabletops. So again, if they're interested in the products, you can decide to use that as your product of the day, so that they can find a little bit more information about it. And prospects, so people who have said no, not for now, but then it's a good way to keep active in their minds and for them to see how the business can work for them and how they could use this, for example, if they were to join. Next slide, please. Okay, so things, for example, that you could post. So by the looks of this, someone's posted about the Fit One. So just say they said, for example, hi Claire, on the Fit One, would it be okay to have a shake in the morning and one at lunch and then a meal in the evening? Struggling to fit in lunch with a busy workload. You can also post the different products. So say, for example, the propolis cream. So you can say, obviously, post before and after photos and say what it's good for. What I also do with mine is, for customers that have brought, I also ask them to add testimonials. So if they've had a good experience with the product, I will say to them, okay, say for example, I'm adding the propolis cream today. Claire, could you go on and add details of how it worked for your son or your daughter, or yourself? I've also found that has brought in quite a few sales, with people actually adding their testimonials and how fantastic the products have worked for them. Next slide, please. Again, so just some ideas of what you can post. So you can post about the deodorant, and Lucy's put that's brilliant. Sorry, it's really, really small on my screen. I'm struggling to read it. This stuff's brilliant. An aluminium-free deodorant that works, smells just fresh, lasts 6 months. Don't have to wait for it dry. It doesn't crumble or leave white marks. Always one for the kit bag and one for the bathroom. Lucy's also put a little challenge up. Today's challenge. So Forever owns 65% of the world's cultivated aloe vera, but how many plants do you think they own? So again, it's just a little thing just to keep people active on the page, and get people communicating. Next slide, please. Okay, so again, it's going the extra mile. So it's not just all about blogging. So you can private message your customers if you post something that you think they might benefit from, so something you think they may be interested in. As customer care is the key, as we've already been through. The customers like to know that you care about them and that you're paying attention to what their needs. If customers get great results, ask them if they wouldn't mind writing a testimonial. So what I said earlier, so anyone that I know has had fantastic results, when I post the product that day, I ask them to go on to put details on of how they felt, how the product worked for them. Just other people may see that and see how it can work for them as well. Handwritten thank you letters to customers, or well done for the C9 customers. So I've recently just completed my C9. I done mine with my husband, and I also had 2 other people do it with us. And what I done on the key days, so day 1, 3, 5 and 9, is I posted each of our results, how much weight we'd lost, how we were feeling, and I've got quite a lot of interest coming back on the C9s, just through blogging through my page, but I made sure I'd done that through my product page and not through my main Facebook page. And post some sachets if they're not local, so going back to like samples, if somebody's interested in something but they're not local and you can't get a PUPP box to them, you could post them a little sample product for them to try at home. And be creative. So your page is your oyster, really. It's a way to reach out to different people, some people that you may not talk to on a daily basis. So just add different things, different deals, anything you can do to just get the customers in. Next page, please. Okay, so add £200 to your weekly income. So launches, 1cc is around £71. So C9 sales, so as I say, I've had a lot of interest from just blogging my C9, and 0.9cc is around £60 and 1.8cc is around £120. So talk to people. That is 0.5cc, which is around £35, and sample packs again is around £35. Sponsoring people, 2cc is £39, which is a total of roughly 4.9cc is about £240, and 6.3cc is £335. And that's all added to your weekly income.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Leanne. And thanks again. Actually, Leanne's not doing very well. Leanne's actually had bronchitis.
Sorry about all.
I know, chest infection and all sorts on top of one another, so hence the little cough that she's still trying to clear up. But thank you very much.
Sorry.
See, all these ideas for a retail business, it's just a no-brainer. There is no way that you can't do 4cc a month. There are so many different ways to build a great income. And back to Mia, who is one lady who is always consistent with her 4cc's and smashes it usually halfway through the month. If the system would let you order, eh, Mia?
Oh God, yeah.
Oh, and by the way, if you haven't noticed, the system is down till tomorrow. All the CCs are a bit out of date and stuff, so don't panic. It's down till tomorrow, and I haven't even had notification of my bonus, which I usually get overnight on the 10th, and I'm mortified that it'll be up and running tomorrow. So with all that in mind, Mia's going to take you through planning, and Mia's brilliant to take you through planning because of her crazy, hectic life. So I will hand back over to you.
Thanks, Claire. Yes, planning. Okay, so next slide, please, Claire. So the importance of planning. Well, we all hear this day in, day out. Plan, plan, plan. If there's no plan and you're not doing anything, then you're not going to get your CCs. It is really, really that simple. You fail to plan, then you're planning to fail. So always do your 7-day planner before a Monday. We've sort of, in the leadership team, we do them on a Sunday and send them over to Claire, and then obviously so she's got a record of what we're doing, but it's really, really good to have that done before Monday, so you're set for what you're doing that week, whether it be you've got a couple of online launches booked in, or a pamper party, a couple of PUPP drops, sorry. You know where you're going, and you know what customers you're going to be contacting if you were doing the prospecting part of the business as well. So think, is it going to make the boat go faster? What are you doing that week that's going to get your activity and your CCs in? And also, do your volume map the 3rd week of the month. So obviously get it done before the end of that month, so you know what you're doing for the next month. Thanks, Claire. So this is your 7-day planner, and what does it do? So be on purpose. What does it look like? So there's one at the top that's quite basic, quite blank, and then there's one below it that's completely covered in notes of who they've called, where they're going, what pup drops they're dropping off, what day, things like that. It's really, really important to put as much notes on it as possible so you can see exactly what it is you're doing and when that's being done. So as you can see on this one at the bottom, they've literally put day by day of what activity they're doing and who they're contacting. So have you done your daily list for tomorrow? Make 3 to 5 goals per day. So what activity are you going to be doing to get your business where you want it to be by the end of that month? And your 7-day plan will really, really help you achieve that. But to break it down, as I say, 3 to 5 goals per day of what you're going to do, what activity you want to put in place, and stick to them. And that consistency will really, really go miles in the business, and it will really, really put you in stead for where you want to be for the end of the month. Thanks, Claire. So again, there's a picture of the really successful planning in detail. I don't think you could get much more detailed than that. They've put their daily to-dos, their 5 calls at the bottom and things like that. They've put who they want to call that week, and when they've called them, they've either crossed them out or ticked them off. They've put their day-to-days of who they've got in terms of their pup drops, when they need to pick up certain pups, and literally their whole plan for the week. And that really, really will speak volumes when you see your CCs coming through. Thank you. So take action. So there's just a little sort of grid that says no action, failure, action is success, and planning is also failure as well. So it's just a little breakdown that shows you exactly of what action does and what no action will provide as well. Next slide, please. So the difference between merely thinking it and planning it and achieving it is the action you do. As I say, it's really, really important to know where you're going that week. If you sit there and don't do anything, then don't expect your business to have to like skyrocket in that month, and don't expect to have the CCs you need to make supervisor and things like that, because it's not just going to happen by you sitting back and letting other people either doing it in your team or just occasionally putting a picture up and things like that. It really does take consistency. So always busy but not taking the right steps. Don't hide behind your emails and Facebook to keep busy. If you're prospecting people, get on the phone, make those calls. I know it's really, really nerve-wracking, but it is really, really good to do. And if you've planned to call someone on your 7-day planner, do it. Don't put it off, because as I say, it's the actions that you take that will make your business go to the next step. And Emma Cooper said something, is that she'd had quite a few people that were training junkies, which simply just sat and watched all these things and took all the tools but never actually put them into play, and their business just wasn't going where they wanted it to go. Thanks, Claire. So the clock is ticking. Are the actions moving you closer or further away from your dream? So if your dream is to make this business something that's going to replace your income, give you more time with the children, whatever it is, are you doing what you need to do to get there? Or are you just thinking about it but not really doing anything about it? Wasting time watching TV and things like that. I don't tend to watch a lot of TV anymore, just because I simply don't have time, because I'm either at work or trying to fit in my forever and also studying, so it's a bit of a mad rush. So is there things that you can sacrifice? Again, if you're trying to make this business something that's going to replace an income from your work at the moment, is it, I mean, watching telly or sacrificing that time for a little bit to put those efforts into your business, that's going to get you where you want to be and reach those goals that you've got on your goal board. So what are you doing every hour? Is it worth your time? Will it get you where you want to be? As I say, the things that you do, are they going to make you that money? Is it going to give you the CCs to get you to that next promotion and become closer to sacking the boss? Thanks, Claire. So what can you do? So what percentage of actions are moving you forward? Can someone else do things that free your time up? So is there something that you could necessarily say, ask someone to do? I know husbands, boyfriends aren't exactly the most helpful of people sometimes, but is there something that they could maybe do that evening, like cook the dinner or something, so you're able to jump on a training or make your 5 calls because you've had a really, really busy day? Is there something that people can help you out? Is there things that you could perhaps say no to? So again, if it is your goal to make this business quite big, is there a sacrifice that you could make short term to make your long-term goals come true? I mean, I literally feel like I have no time for my friends at the moment. That's not because I'm being unsociable. I love them all to pieces, but I'm either at work, studying, doing this, or sleeping because I'm really, really tired. So, but if they're your friends, they'll be there by the end of it and they know why you're doing it. So are there things that you could potentially say no to? I'm not saying say no all the time to your friends, but are there things that you do that aren't necessarily important and you could replace with doing something off your actions list? Thank you. So there's 24 hours in a day. You've got 8 hours sleep, 8 hours work, and 8 hours for stuff to do. So what is your stuff? Is it sat watching the telly? Is it I sat doing the ironing or something? Or can you take the actions that you've put in place, i.e. make your 5 calls, do some posting on your Facebook, you know, just generally to help your business move along. So your daily actions that you've put in place, is you can use those 8 hours. There is time in the day. People don't think there is time, but there is time through the nooks and crannies, and that is 8 hours. So use those hours wisely to really do things that are going to really kickstart your business and get the momentum you need to keep it going. Prospecting is the #1 income to produce activity. So mark in prospecting time first. So marking who you're going to be contacting in the day. When you cannot make prospecting calls, do other stuff then. So if you're sort of stuck and you can't make the call because, I don't know, you're in a place where it's quiet or something, send some messages or something like that, but be disciplined on yourself. Make sure that, I know it's nervous, I know it's completely out of your comfort zone, but if you've said you're going to make those calls that day, just make them and be consistent with it, and you really will see that the activity making results for you. Next slide, please. So this is I think it might, no, it's so this is just a internet, I've forgotten what they're called now, diary, that's it. So they've blocked out time, so block out your time and put pockets of time that you can use. So the purple's obviously family time, and then you've got the kids time, but you've also got in there the calls that they're making to organize themselves. It sounds a bit mad at first, but trust me, by planning out your time and actually having it written down in front of you of what you're going to do for that day makes you so much more productive, and you don't find yourself trying to do 20 different things at once because you've set that one thing to do that day and you're not going to sort of shy away from that. Thanks, Claire. So you've got the non-negotiable things like school runs and things, and then highlight your diary for your family, forever, and normal work. And as well, log in bits like date nights. So if you're going out with your husband or your boyfriend or something, put that in your diary so you know that that's the time, that's what to do. And it really, really does help to know exactly what you're doing in that day or that week and to see it on paper. Thank you, Claire. So this is Lucy's diary. Very, very colourful. So she's got her gym time put in. She's got her time with her children, which are the non-negotiable time. So they can't be changed. And then obviously she's also got her plannings and her calls. And really, it really is structured, but it's also organised to help her know exactly what she needs to do in the day, so she can see her goal at the end of the month being achieved. And by doing this, you can see the activity happening and the CCs coming in, so you're going to hit that goal that you've got, whether it be supervisor, manager, or simply just having your full CCs for that month. If you've logged in those online launches and you can see them in the diary, you know exactly what planning you need to do in advance if it's in there. So they're a really, really good way to help you take your action throughout the day. Thanks, Claire. So this is a point activity sheet, so you can log, so there's the points down the side of, so each activity you do has a points value. So as it says you've got your pride, your good and your diamond, so you can see how many points you get for that week, and you can sort of guide it on how your week's been, and make sure you log everything that you do. And it's a really, really good way and really efficient way of following what you've done in that week to see whether you've had a good week or whether you've not so good a week. And you can follow each thing that you've done and just track where you're going that month, and whether you need to put in a little bit more activity or whether you're spot on and you know that you're going in the right direction. Next slide, please. So what do we need to do? So these are some of the things that people work on in their day. So their mindset at the beginning, set out time for your team, whether it be planning meetings or just to catch up to see how they're getting on and things like that. Make sure you've got time in for your team, because your team will do what you deem. So lead by example, and the thing, if they see you doing the activity, they will as well. So make sure that you're staying in contact with them. Prospecting new calls, and also doing your follow-ups of the people that have already gone around the business cycle, and to answer any questions they've got. Do your social media posts, and make sure you're posting on your pages each day and keeping up together with that. And then you've got your team meetings and things like your trainings and things, and then you've got your retail as well, which obviously will get your CCs in, and could either be by word of mouth or doing the tabletop or something like that. But that's the actions that you need to take to make sure that you hit your target for that month, or wherever you want to be for the 90 days or month's time. So daily habits, so every day write down the 7 action steps, prioritize them in 1 to 7. Plan when in your diary that fits in, so make sure you've got it in as to exactly when you're going to be doing that. Tick them off as you go along. Focus on your activity. As I've said before, if you've written it down, do it. Don't just think about it, and just keep going every day until it's done. And it will become habit, and consistency really does work. Thanks, Claire.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. Thanks, Mia. And it's like the grid that she showed you, you know, don't be a training junkie. Don't just do the activity. You've got to plan it. I never used to plan anything. I'd just say to Lucy, yeah, I'll do 10 CCs this month. Had no idea where they were coming from. And then, do you think I ever hit them? No. But now I know within an nth of a degree where every little bit of CC comes from. And what that does is it takes the emotional and any emotional pressure away as well, because you know where your business is. And the beauty of those point sheets is that they're motivating, because you can see what you're achieving. And you can reward yourself. So always reward yourself when you do something well. You've done an online launch, that's another tick box. You've got another half case credit, another CC, you hit your 4 CCs, you get the book of the month, you hit your 6 CCs, you get to go to dinner, all of those kind of things, you know. Give yourself a pat on the back. And I'll be honest with you, without putting in place any of what you're hearing tonight and what you've heard in all the other trainings, that's why my business stood still for 2 years. 2 years. I was just bumbling around. I got to supervisor in a few months, and then kind of just sat back on my laurels and didn't really work the business for a while until I actually started working it like a business. So, you know, that's why I'm manager. That's why I'm on car plan level 1, 100 club level 2. Global rally, I fly out on Thursday. I'm so excited. Eagle manager in September. We've got a trip to Greece, and networking professional level 3 where you get your nice yellow suitcase. So trainings and events. Again, I used to shy away from going to trainings and events. I always had an excuse. The twins needed to stay home with hubby, hadn't seen him all week. Couldn't afford it. It's not fair at Peter having the children for a whole Sunday when he only gets a couple of days off. Any excuse I could think of, I would not attend trainings. And again, that's why there was no movement in my business. I didn't take it seriously. And now, by hook or by crook, I will make it to every single training. I don't make excuses anymore. The excuses I used to make to not do the business, and now what drives me to do the business. The twins, our lifestyle. My husband was able to give up work at Christmas. He's on a 6-figure income. This is what this business can bring you if you want it. And if you want that kind of business, you need to work at it consistently in all areas. So that's retail. Your own personal development is really important. Sponsoring people, using the products yourself. And when you go to trainings, it's fuel for you and your business. It just gives you that motivation. You're self-employed, you're a business owner, you work from home. And yes, we get to go out and about, we go and meet people, we do stuff online. You can do this whole business online if you want to. Sometimes it can get a bit lonely. Make sure you keep yourselves plugged in. And I know, as a manager in the business with quite a huge group of people, I know that the 4cc active people plus the 10cc active, the supervisors, I know that they are the people who attend all the trainings. They go to the Rolling Snowballs groups, they listen into the Sunday nights, they listen into the 4cc clinic on a Wednesday for half an hour. And if they miss it for any reason, they'll listen to the recording. They go to the success days. It's no excuses, you just have to be there. And also, when you build a team, you want your team to be there, because the people that go to the trainings, and if you're reading any book at all, whether it's GoPro, Eric Worre, 79 Network Marketing Steps, The Secret, anything like that, they will all say it is the people that go to the trainings that will be the ones building a huge business. And the people that keep going to the trainings build a huge business. As the people drop off and stop going to trainings, their businesses drop off. As people continue, their businesses double, and they double. It gives you a recharge. You know, it inspires you. It's belief. There's always someone's testimonial I listen to at Success Day, which gives me goosebumps in one way, shape, or form. You learn so much. And it's not just from the people that speak, it's from the people around you. And you can make a beeline for people who you want to talk to, you know, the Diana Pages, the different people in different groups who might have the same background as you. And you don't know what you don't know. You know, so if you sit at home and you don't go to these trainings, you don't know what you don't know. You're missing out on these little gems. We've got Al Schreider at the Rolling Snowballs training in May. It builds your skills. It helps you to help your team. It builds your confidence. That's one of the key things, because you pick up things from other people, and people there are like-minded. You feel part of a family. You get recognised. There'll be a huge amount of recognitions in May, which is very exciting. And you can post it on Facebook. It's brilliant to blog about. As you can see my feet there when we do the networking professionals training. And I guess it's thinking about what sacrifices you're prepared to make. I mean, we're not saying that if you want to build a great business with Forever, you've got to stop your life. That's not the way it works, but it's thinking about the high leveraged activities that are going to enable you to build your business successfully and enable you to achieve your goals. And if that means not watching TV for a couple of hours a night and doing prospecting calls instead, because in 5 months' time you're going to have 2K a month going in your bank account, is that not worth it? You know, there are certain occasions and events that you may just have to miss. You know, if it's your auntie's birthday on Sunday, the 8th of May, she does have a birthday every year. The Rolling Snowballs training is hugely important for the growth of you and your business. And maybe if you don't feel that way, you know, maybe the business you want to build is just a few £100s a month. That is absolutely fine, because this is your business. But if you want to take it to the next level, it's thinking about the sacrifices that you may need to change in the meantime. Your social calendar. I did make a conscious decision when I was going manager that I would stop going out in the week with my friends for a period of time. They're still my friends. They knew that I had to get my head down. They haven't gone anywhere. You know, 2 years of putting your head down. I was listening to Natalie Healy's CD in the car. She just thought 5 years of hard work, and now she's earned it. She's a multimillionaire. The same with people like Emma Cooper, 2 years of hard work, although she's carrying on going. It's those kind of things. Then you can live, you can see people whenever you want. You can go on as many holidays as you want. You can watch as much TV as you want. You can sunbathe in the garden as much as you want. So it's just, but if you plan and you use your plans and you're prepared and you know what you're doing every week, then you still have time for all the things that you enjoy. I have date nights with my husband, you know, regularly. We go out for lunches and stuff. And I schedule them in. I mean, in fact, our whole year's scheduling because we're social bunnies. But obviously I do that so that I know I can work around what's in the calendar. And is it worth it? Goodness, yes, it is. So we've got the Rolling Snowballs training that's coming up with Big Al on Sunday, the 8th of May. If you listened in this morning at 9 o'clock, very, very exciting. What I admire about Diana is she's charging 25 quid a ticket for this training. She did the same when we had Wes Linden. She's paying for Al Schreider to do this presentation. I mean, he's probably £1,000 an hour. I've got no idea, but she's covering the bare, we're covering cost of the bare minimum. She's covering him. She's not passing that cost on to us in any way, shape or form. She's done that with Brian Main as well. You'd be daft not to be there. And then Success Express on the 4th and 5th of June at the Birmingham NEC. My hotels and tickets have been booked for the whole year for all of those. So get those tickets. The Success Days are brilliant. We had our first weekend one in February and it was just great fun. So you need to get yourself along and get as many of your team along as possible. So in terms of the more intimate group trainings, we've got our 4cc clinics every Wednesday night for half an hour at 8:30. And don't forget to pick up the phone to your team members, get them on the training, just remind them. It's really important they plug in. This is every Sunday at 8 o'clock. We've got week 5 next week and it's on a rolling programme. These will be recorded and uploaded. And then we've got the Fast Start training, which is every second Wednesday for new business owners from 8 till 9:30. It's not this week, but it will be next week. And then the Supervisor Boot Camp is the first Tuesday of every month. And that's for anybody who is not supervisor yet, because it's a confidence building training. And the more that you can log on to, and also anybody that wants to be involved in delivering the trainings to help build their confidence. No one can see you. You're sat behind a screen. It's a great way to build your confidence. So last but not least, the lovely Roisin is just going to talk us through one of her favourite products, which is our bee propolis. Roisin, are you there? Are you there? Oh, there.
Hey Claire, can you hear me?
Hi. Now, Roisin has done this last minute for me, bless her, but she's just going to talk you through what she likes about our propolis cream. I shall hand over to you.
Thank you, Claire. Hi everyone, my name's Roisin Cassidy, and for anybody that hasn't heard me before, I started with Forever in February. I've got 2 young children, age 1 and 5, and I work my Forever business around them and my part-time job. And the product I'm going to do tonight for Product of the Week is Propolis Cream. It contains aloe vera, bee propolis and herbs, and I sell a lot of this cream, especially to mothers who've got young children or babies with eczema. And it sells really well for me, and they always come back for repeat orders as well. It's great for psoriasis, eczema, chapped hands, heels, rough skin, stings, nappy rash, warts, and dry skin. And recently, my wee boy, who's 1, he's teething, so he's been breaking out nappy rash, and his wee face has been breaking out as well. And I've been putting this on at night and in the morning and during the day as well, and it's clearing the skin up. It's brilliant. And this product also works from the inside out, which makes it so good. It's kind of like the jelly and other ones. It comes from the inside out and from the dermis. So I always advise clients that when I sell it to them, that the symptoms sometimes may get worse before they get better. So it's good to let your clients know that, so as they know that it's not the product making it worse, that it's getting it better. And they refer to this as a healing crisis, but always say to your customers as well to stick with the product, and it will get better and it won't last long. And then they'll find out that they will get good results from the product. And it doesn't happen to everyone, the healing crisis as well. And I find this works for me when I tell customers that through the healing crisis, and then they're coming back and they say, oh, it did get a wee bit worse for a day, and then it does get better, and my son or whatever is having great results with it, and they are buying the product. So it's a good wee product for me. Okay, thank you, Claire. Sorry, that was short and sweet.
Thank you. No, that was perfect. Thank you very much. That's great. And actually, the propolis cream was great for my son Oscar when he was a baby. I was given oilatum and diprobase as, you know, something to get rid of his eczema. But apart from this slippery blob of a baby, it was rubbish. Would last about a day, and then that was it. So propolis cream, I swear by. Thanks, Rasheen. Okay, so just to round off, 4 monthly incentives. Questions are the answers is our book of the month. Okay. Questions are the answers. So if 4 cc's by the middle of the month, you're also going to get our peppermint oil. Okay, so it's a really good incentive to go towards. All these incentives are really good. And you might have seen on the Diamonds and Sapphires group that Claire, Bronwyn, everyone's been posting the pictures of the gifts that they've won and are qualified for. And also there's 10 cc's. Now Rochella has got a C9 2 months in a row because she smashed 10 cc, which is fantastic. And if you do it by the middle of the month, you get another additional gift as well. And don't forget that I mentioned at the beginning of this training the 6 cc incentive. So anyone that does 6 cc's this month will also get to qualify for dinner after the training on the 8th of May, which will be all expenses paid. We'll go straight from the training, so we'll be eating at about 5:30, 6, so you can all disappear off home about 8 o'clock. There'll be rewards, there'll be some recognitions, there'll be some bubbles, that'll be good fun. Book recommendations, swear by GoPro. If you haven't got GoPro, get it. And The Secret, watch The Secret. It's in my car at the moment. Watch it, listen to it, have it in the car. Always be reading something or listening to something. And even if it's a couple of pages a night, that's all you need to be doing. Okay. Oh, April activity incentives. So 6 cc in personal case credits in April to qualify for the team dinner. Okay, so next steps, make sure you use the products, experience a new product with every order that you place, develop 20 trial customers, book a couple of launches, do 2 or 4 sample pack drops, follow up on current customers, build your pipeline, fill in your point sheets because they're really important. Okay, so I'm looking forward to a fantastic April. Everyone started off brilliantly. Well done to everyone who did the training tonight. I'm really grateful to you all. If anyone wants to volunteer for hopping on and doing some training, that would be great. Obviously, I can talk you through it. It's great for confidence building. Some of you have started off fantastically this month, and I'm looking forward to catching up with you all this week before I disappear off. Thanks again, guys, and I will let you enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening. Thanks. Bye.